Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, another gambling day, and I decided today I'm gonna be a winner, okay? Forget all these other countless of thousands of divines that I ruined with gamblings. Today we're making bank, okay? At least that's the plan. Since there is not all that much to gamble in early access from Path of Exile 2, but there is still a few things that are left, and one of those would be 144 times the Against the Darkness jewel. A jewel that is probably used in the majority of builds these days because this is like a very, very strong jewel. So what am I talking about? What is this even? It's basically a jewel, a unique jewel. It drops from the end boss of the trials, the Sekhemas trials, like this time-lost boss, whatever it's called, you know? And yeah, they can get very, very pricey. So basically, there is a bunch of modifiers. So this jewel comes with two modifiers. It can have a mix of all of these stuff over here, right? So you can get one with like increased dexterity and increased intelligence, or damages extra lightning combined with increased maximum life on the small passes, and so on and so forth. And this basically determines on how much value these kind of jewels have. And some of them, for example, I have here increased intelligence together with spirit is currently going for about 110, 120 divines. And on top of that, these have a roll range. So the better they roll with the right combination means big money. So how much does all of these cost? 144 of these jewels. So if you just search for the Against the Darkness jewel, you scroll down, you go to Identified and say no. This is the way how you can buy these unidentified. And obviously 10 exalts is kind of a troll, but they are basically going for about, if we skip, like, why would somebody sell something for 1,200 exalts if the trade window can only have... Wait, 1,200 exalts. But yeah, why would you ever do that? So we're gonna go for the Divine Orb price. And they are somewhere going between 4 and 5 divines. And I think I bought like around about 100 or so with 5 divines, and around 44 or 50 pieces for 4 divines makes the average price to about 4.75 divines per jewel, which is about 1,333 exalts, 35 exalts. That means it's about 684 divines investment to get these jewels. And the way we're gonna do is very similar to the Prison of Belief gamble. We're gonna identify all of them. We're gonna quickly see if it's good or bad. Then I'm gonna take my time to price check each and every one of those, and then we're gonna see if we could make some profit out of this like gamble. And today I have a feeling that we make big bank, okay? It has to happen at some point, okay? I would say, without further ado, let's close this and go in for the first Darkness and Throne Jewel, and we're gonna have... damage is extra fire, damage is extra chaos. Sounds pretty good. I'm not so sure. I think most people would like cold damage and lightning damage. Lightning damage because the majority of lightning builds are lightning based because of lightning rod and so on and so forth. Hands of Wisdom in action, Archmage, yada yada yada. And cold damage is very specifically good because you have a better shadow rate with Herald of Ice. I'm not sure about fire and chaos damage, might be an ignite poison build. Then we have max fire res, max cold res, chaos res, increased dexterity, fire res, cold res, max cold res and max fire. Then we have max life and max chaos resistance. They're all not that good, I think. The thing, though, is the meta is really stale, I think. It's all about intelligence, you know? As soon as you have something with intelligence, it's usually worth quite a bit more than anything else, right? Damage is extra cold and max cold resistance. This is one of the desired stats, but with max cold resistance, I don't think so. Damage is extra chaos with cold res. Then we have damage is extra fire, damage is extra lightning, both with a max roll of 4% each, so that could sell. But as I said, lightning and cold are definitely the superior choices. Damage is extra cold and spirit. I think this should be very, very valuable just because I'm actually want to check this right now. Because just like from my I wouldn't say understanding, but the way I see the current meta, this should be quite worth a bit. So we go for as extra cold here with the notable, and then we have Spirit on the notable, and we are looking towards 20 Divine Aronies. This is even perfectly rolled for 20. So it is something I was actually expecting more. Ah, okay. I mean, it's better than a brick on the head, right? Damage is extra lightning and strength. Then we have lightning res, damage is extra fire, and lightning fire res. Then we have dexterity max life, freeze duration on you completely worthless, chaos res, reduced ignite duration. Damage is extra lightning and increased dexterity. As I said, I think increased intelligence is the most valuable one, but it doesn't mean that the other ones are worthless in that case, right? You have lightning resistance and cold damage, max life, reduced ignite duration. Damage is extra cold, damage is extra chaos. Ignite duration, then we have fire res, cold res, ignite duration, probably worthless. Extra lightning, max cold. Spirit, damage is extra chaos. I'm not so sure how to value these damages extra chaos, because poison builds are a thing, but they're also like kind of bugged as far as I know. So you have to like go with the meta when it comes to pricing these, right? Strength, reduced shock duration, damages extra lightning and max cold. As I said, like you need to hit the right combination, but you should be able to divine those without re-rolling those. Max life, cold resistance, shock duration, increased intelligence. Let's try it out here. So that is like the roll range is 4 to 6 and 2 to 4. So we should be able to just divine that without basically changing the stats on it, right? Just in case we get a good one, we could probably check what is the value of what we identified and what would be if it's perfectly rolled, how much divines are they apart, and if it's worth basically divining it up yourself. Because you can actually make quite a bit of currency just by divining items. Chaos resistant max cold, damage is extra cold, max chaos res. Strength, shock duration, damage is extra cold. So far, big downer, dude. I mean, maybe I'm undervaluing a few of those, but like fire res and increased strength, the market has plenty of those jewels, and the amount of people that actually need those jewels is like very, very limited. Then we have max fire res and a cat. Fire res, increased strength, max mana cold. Then we have damage is extra lightning and ignite duration. Who the F cares? Max cold dexterity. Strength, dexterity, double %. Freeze duration, dexterity, double cold res. Strength and max life is actually worth something. Because I use that on my, what is it, Warbringer Corrupting Cry build, which is kind of nice, but as I said before, it's an off-meta build, so they are not that desirable. Damage is extra lightning with increased strength. If this would be increased intelligence, we would talk currency here, but with strength, I highly doubt that. There is one. Damage is extra lightning with % intelligence. Let me quickly price check this. Extra lightning and intelligence should be worth something. So we have damage as extra lightning and intelligence % increased on notables. Starting at 1820 divines. Okay, I expected more, but as I said, it could also be like the roll range is a 20 divines, and if we say it's perfectly rolled, we're about 40 divines roundabout. So that would be like a 20 divines difference, and the chance is 1 in 9, I think, to hit that perfect. So this would be something worth divining, I guess, for the increased profit. Lightning res, damage is extra fire, reduced ignite duration, increased strength. Like, we're not really looking for this like one stat jewels, because they are like kind of like whatever, I guess. Fire res, lightning res, freeze duration, cold res. Oh boy, damage is extra cold, cold res. Intelligence, extra chaos, double 4% perfectly rolled. Could be something. technically. What we're gonna see later on once we do the price checks. Here is a perfect rolled strength and max life. Fire res, reduced shock duration. Like, these are like, whatever, man. Like, I don't even need to price check them, I guess, because they're probably priced for 10 exalts, and nobody will ever buy it for 10 exalts, so. Okay. Increased duration. Dexterity. Let me actually check something. Just out of curiosity, if you can actually... Technically, we could, yeah, re-roll the bad ones, I guess. Duration, cold res, damage is extra lightning, dexterity, increase duration. Spirit and damage is extra chaos might be something. I think spirit is like one of the most desirable stats on that, honestly. Because there is not too many ways to get a lot of spirit. So throwing this like into a very good place, for example, like over here, and you have like so many nodes nearby that you can like pick stuff, and you have those as well on the left side over here, where you have like so many notables next to it, so you can get like 60 or 72% spirit onto it, you know. It's like 2 extra auras, which is kind of nice. Fire Chaos Res, oh boy. Ignite, max life. Am I just losing 500 divines over here? Because either I completely underestimate the value of those, or all of them are complete garbage. Damage is extra cold intelligence. We had one of those before, right? Where I was kind of disappointed on that they were not worth too much. Damage is extra cold. Max lightning resistance. I mean, oh, it's max mana. I thought it's max life and extra fire. Oof. Lightning res, increased strength. That does absolutely not look good. Strength intelligence, maybe. Oh boy. I don't even want to price check this, man. This is gonna be absolutely disaster. Okay. What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna price check all of them. And every jewel that is less than a divine, I'm gonna put aside, okay? And we're gonna reforge those together. Because on a gamble that I paid 684 divines for, I don't really care about jewels that are worth a divine. So I would say price checking, the good ones we put aside to sell them and have an actual value. And all the other, probably 120 of those, we're just gonna reforge and try to get something good out of it. Okay, let me do the price checks here. Alright, price checking almost done, I would say. We have roundabout, I think like 30 jewels that were worth something. And with something, I have to clarify, this is about 4 to 5 divines at least, which is basically the investment. The majority here goes for like a divine, maybe 2 divines, but I didn't really care about those because there is plenty of those on the market, and you know, when there's like 100 there for 2 divines, then guess what? It's not gonna sell for 2 divines unless you're super lucky. But thinking about that we spend 684 divines on the gamble, I don't care about if I sell something for 2 divines or 3 divines. I'm here to get the ones that are worth 100 divines or something. But there is indeed something for divining. As an example here, we have this jewel here, the Against the Darkness with life and maximum strength. So if I pull this one up real quick, so we have strength and a maximum life. They are currently going for about 2 divines, around about 3 divines, right? If we hit it perfect, which means 4% strength, because life only has 1 roll, they're going for 7 or 8 divines. So now you could technically calculate, okay, the chance is 2, 3, and 4, so 1 in 3, and you basically get, instead of 3 divines, you could get 8 divines out of it, right? So it's basically realistically chance to gain like an extra divine or two, right? Same with like the other one. I think it was strength and intelligence, which goes for, I think mine had like 4 and 2, which is about 25 divines. And if we go 4 and 4, which obviously is I think 1 in 9, it goes for 35. So you could juggle around a little bit, but I am not going to do that for a very specific reason. And the reason is, for example, a jewel like this. So I bought these jewels having like evasion rating, crit chance, crit damage, and equipped quiver. And the thing is, all I wanted is to hit the quiver effect on 15, which is 5 to 15 rolls, so it means 1 in 11 to hit the 15%. Problem is, I spent 61 divines hitting that 15 one single time. And the problem that I have is if I click divines until it's perfect, even if it costs a 60, because at some point it gets personal, and I'm just knowing divining items is not something that I'm very skilled at, so I'm leaving that to other people that want to do divine currency. But it also means we have over 100 jewels here now that we can turn into a profit, more or less, if we reforge them, and this is the next thing that we are going to do here. And basically, I price checked all of them, but there is one single basically outcome here. Either it is a double damage roll, it's percent damage with intelligence or something, or at least percent intelligence with damages extra lightning, some variation of spirit. Like standalone jewels are mostly not worth anything. So it's always like the same kind of outcome when it comes to that. Percentage like attributes and damage, attributes and spirit, damage and spirit, some form of this combination. If you have like intelligence with reduced freeze duration, it is pointless. You're not going to get anything out of it. So we're going to do this trying to be as fast as possible, just mix them together. See, strength, lightning resistance not going to be worth anything. So we're just going to keep on reforging those. Lightning res, chaos res, not going to do it for us here. Then we have fire res, max fire res, absolutely nothing. Going into extra chaos, ignite duration. Extra chaos is probably one of the least desirable stats. As I said, you want to have lightning damage because of all the lightning-based builds that are Hower and Archmage, or you want to have cold damage for Herald Explosions. Shock duration, fire resistance is kind of like nothing. Damage is extra cold on a low roll. As I said, you need to have it on a perfect roll to even be sellable. Everything below that is kind of like useless. Strength, ignite duration will not do it either. Then we have increased intelligence and damage is extra fire. This is something that we can price check. Definitely going to be worth something. Same here. Intelligence is, I think, the most desirable stat when it comes to percent attributes. But if it's not perfectly rolled with a shit other stat, like here, freeze duration, it's not going to sell. So, kind of trying to speed this through. Dexterity, freeze duration, same story. Then we have damage is extra lightning and intelligence. Oh boy, here is another profit thing. Oh, by the way, since we haven't gone over that, those 30 Tamas jewels that are sellable, in my opinion, are about 91,000. So we are still down, like, we probably made half the currency back, so it's straight up a 50% loss if you're gambling like that. If you reforge them, now we can see if we, how lower can we get. And I just hope at this point to just get close to what I spent instead of actually thinking that I make profit. Unless we get more of those, intelligence and extra lightning damage is actually very valuable. Perfectly rolled increased lightning damage with dexterity. Would have loved to seen this one with intelligence instead, but it should still be sellable, so I want to keep those away. And we keep on reforging. Life and resistance, not gonna do it. Intelligence with lightning res, also not a perfect roll, so we're gonna skip that, because in the end of the day, if it's 4% or 5%, 4 divines or 5 divines, I personally, you know, it's too much on the line to be picky on like a divine or 2. Here's another good one with extra cold and percent lightning. That's the one that I used on my Deadeye, so I know this is worth something. And then we have max. So let me quickly put those away, because these are definitely sellable. And let's get more of those. I mean, if we continue combine those, dude, if, like, there are jewels that are literally selling for 100 divines, so there is hope, actually. Extra lightning and chaos res might be something, but it sounds a bit questionable to me. And I don't want to steal too much of your time. Max life, lightning damage. Increased strength, increased intelligence. That's like a 20-something Divine's Jewel right here. Strength, Chaos Res. Oh boy, we are doing Reforge money here. Keep those away from not reforging again, because percent is good. Like here we have Strength Intelligence, that's really good. I think that's like 25 Divines or something. Freeze duration. Max Fire Res. Dexterity and lightning damage is good. Double res is Garbo. Dexterity max res. There was lightning damage extras and not really. Res. Reminds me of my Vanter's Gamble. Gambles from PoE1 man. Okay, and reforge that for double max res. We could literally just make another 100 divines just by reforging those away. Take the last few and see. I mean, Intelligence Spirit I think is like the big ticket. Pretty sure. Cold resistance. Damages extra fire max. Not really. Chaos res mana. Int cold res, not perfectly rolled. Strength intelligence. I'll take that. Strength max lightning res, not really. Cold res damages extra. Perfectly rolled. But let's quickly check that. But I guess it's also like... So we have damages extra cold perfectly with cold resistance, also 4 roll. It's like 5 divines. I should technically keep that, but oh shit, I just rerolled it. Oh my god, what have I done? Unlucky. Okay, next one. Cold res max life. Increased dex fire res. Into spirit int. Spirit int. Strength and lightning damage could be something. So let's add the last couple ones over here. So we have damages extra fire with intelligence. Damages extra fire with intelligence. We remove the rolls. Even though it's a 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Let's put it in, whatever. About 10 divines, I would say. So let me put this over here. Add some more. 31, 32, 33. So what did we say? 10 divines, right? Roundabout. I already know the comments like, oh dude, there's like 9 divines. So 4 lightning, 3 intelligence. 4 lightning, 3 intelligence. That is about 30 divines. Alright. 30 divinies. Then we have perfect lightning and dexterity. Lightning and dexterity perfectly rolled. About 13 divines. I'll take that. But there you see how much worth intelligence has in this game right now. But the meta is just too stale. There is not... I mean, there is dexterity scaling with the attack speed node on the Falcon, whatever assault it is for attribute stackers. But they still would rather have intelligence to scale their AoE and stuff. So intelligence and extra cold without rolls, because it's like low rolled. It's extra cold plus intelligence without a value. About 11 divines, 14, 15, 16, an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. I would rather say like about 14 divines. 14 times this. Then, strength intelligence with a pretty decent roll this time around. So I know strength and intelligence is already going blank for like 20 divines. And here we had, I think, 4 intelligence, 3 strength. Let me see. 4, 3. About 30 divines. Alright. I like this better than the other ones. Still, I don't think it's gonna be too pog. So that was this one. Then we have lightning and dexterity. Lightning and dexterity without rolls, pretty much. Looking at about 5 divines. I mean, yeah, I guess. Usually, it's like, if you gamble so much currency, you know, what is a 5 divines item if you know you could win the big ticket items? So, last two, strength, intelligence, again, we said low roll is about 20 diviners, right? So we're just gonna put them in without price checking, 20 times this. And the last one is strength and extra lightning. Extra lightning plus strength. Let's do without rolls, it's about 5 diviners. Was it any specific? 4% strength. It's about 8 divines, we take that. So, equals 8 times exalt price. So we have about 38, I think, sellable timeless jewels that we're about to sell, which still means 228 divines down the toilet. I think technically we could make divines with divining those, because let's try with like strength intelligence, right? Because strength intelligence is like 20 divines and perfectly rolled. We are talking about I think 37 divines roundabout. So that means we have like 17 divines chance to roll this perfectly. Ah, man, I'm actually so fucking good at this game. It is actually ridiculous. Okay, there's your 35 divines jewel here, okay? So if you want to make... Okay, let's put it this way. If you want to keep your loss as small as possible, you should probably start divining those jewels to, you know, but profitable, I don't know, like 228 divines. Maybe even if I can make 50 divines with divining those, and then they still have to sell because it's so late into the league, even selling those jewels is very rough. But, you know, then I still need to have found, like, a Spirit Intelligence one that would sell for 100 divines, and then probably a second one, and then we're talking about we're even, you know? And not even profit, we're even, okay? So, it is just, yeah, it's a straight-up gamble, like, either you win or you lose, 50-50, as always, and yeah. Didn't work out this time, but surely works out on the next time, right? On the next gamble. Surely profit, man, I mean... It has to happen at some point. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.